LEGO Bionicle was a popular franchise from the 2000s, originally having its briefest concept back in 1995 and production getting on its feet in 99. Now, as you all probably know, Bionicle was made to save LEGO from bankruptcy because LEGO Star Wars weren't all that cool until the 2000s. It first launched in January of 2001 with the Tohunga, who I will be calling Mictoran, which weren't able to be bought. You had to get them from a Mighty Kids meal. You couldn't buy them anywhere else, unless from a person or a flea market. And these guys were the ultimate Kickstarter, as the Toa didn't drop until July of 2001. Our 6 Mictoran are very important actually. We have Jala, Maku, Kangu my beloved, Motoro, Onipu, and Huki. 2 of these guys aren't important, specifically Onipu and Maku. They don't do much in the story, but whatever. But you just heard me say story, so what's up with that? What's up with that, Nuva? Well, our story begins with the end of the game that I will not talk about because it's not all that important. I mean, it is, but it's whatever. All you need to know is that the main character collects a thingy called a Suva, which also acts as elevator doors. This will be important later. So anyway, our story begins on the beach of a tropical, mysterious, and cool island called Motunui, based on the god of Bionicle. On this island, there are villages called Koros. These Koros are filled with little citizens, / villagers, / guys, whatever you want to call them, called Matoran. And they're pretty neat. Oh, I'd like to mention that if you feel that I glossed over something, it's probably because Bionicle will just write books to explain a thing that you might be wondering, and it doesn't even have to be a plot hole. Like, literally, there was a contest-winning fan story of Bionicle worms escaping someplace that I can't mention, and learning how to shapeshift into another thing I can't mention right now, just to explain why a specific enemy in a game was different. This is the equivalent of yours truly making a summer blockbuster film, only to have the reason for this be, and that's why I put this spoon on the right side while unloading my dishwasher yesterday. Gosh, where were we? Oh, the villages. The villages are based on their elemental region, which all have a prefix to them. Said prefixes being Ta, fire, Ga, water, Lei, air. Actually, it's like air, nature, or green. Ko, ice. Onu, earth, and Po means stone. So anyway, there's 4 types of Bionicles this year. The Toa, dudes who protect the island's Koro, the Turaga, the village elders, and the Matoran, the little citizens. So anyway, 6 canisters wash up on the island, and out come the Toa Mata. Now the Toa Mata don't know shit. They've lost all their memories besides a few nightmares and very fuzzy things about their brothers. Oh, I didn't mention that, did I? Yeah, so the Toa, actually all Toa by the way, are siblings to an extent. Yeah. Where were we? Oh. So anyway, the red guy, Tahu, is like, what the hell is going on? Because he doesn't know anything. So he goes into the woods. I think it's called the burnt forest or the ash forest, I think. Because of course, I don't know how to do long division. So I went to the forest preserve. Maybe a bear could teach me. But Tahu gets ambushed by some little guys, the Matoran, remember them? So he's like, don't fucking touch me! And he burns the trap, but some old guy, our boy Fakama, is like, hey bro, calm down. And then they go have a chit-chat. We'll get into that pretty soon. So anyway, on some cold place we call Kowahi. That was weird. Some ice dude is walking and is like, wow, it sure is chilly, is what I would say, if I could feel it. But his moment of a cool one-line, no pun intended, is interrupted by someone screaming, watch out! And a whole mountain crushing this ice guy. This is Pohatu. He wears the Konoe Kakama, Mask of Speed. Little ice guy, who we know is called Kopaka, didn't know it yet, but this would be his first best friend. No, seriously. Their relationship is so wholesome, and doesn't get talked about enough. So yeah, he gets out of the mountain and is like, you're a nice dude, but I work alone. And then Pohatu whips out the best roast ever and goes, 'cause you wanna? Or because no one can stand you? And then they walk, all merry-dandy, before encountering a Rahi beast. It's a Kane Ra, and after a bit of teamwork, they defeat it by throwing it down a cliff. So after that, they're like, ooh, I see colors up ahead. And Kopaka, being the Toa of introverts, is like, aw shit. The gang's all here. They're all introducing each other. Liwa's being ADHD core, as per usual. Gali looks at Kopaka and is like, do I know you from somewhere? And Kopaka and Tahu are hate at first sight. Onua's just nonchalant, you know? Then a bunch of Rahi attack them, and they're like, oh shit, we gotta do something. So they all fight and whatnot, and it's really cool. After this, they're like, oh shit, we're so cool. No, we're not cool. We are Bionicle. So they go find the masks of power. And some important stuff happens along the way. Golly, the blue one, fights a Terracotta, and it's so cool. Also, Liwa finds a mask of speed underwater, so he's more like me. Runs fast, has ADHD, likes flying, and hates water. But on his way back up, he gets smacked real hard by a Nui-Rama and falls to his death. No, he almost lands in a Muwaka's big old mouth. But he survives. I forgot how, though. So this Matoran guy named Kangu, as we mentioned earlier, crashes into a nest of Nui-Ramas like a clumsy-ass bitch. Oh, Liwa! My dear, what happened to you? You're evil! So, Liwa is infected with an infected mask that a kind Nui-Rama gave to him. The situation probably went like, oh, I'm sorry, dude, I knocked your mask off, but take this as an apology mask. Oh, thanks, I needed another Kanoe anyway, and... what's happening? Haha, bitch, get infected. Work for Makuta. So Liwa is like, I'm evil. Wait, I have unmedicated ADHD. No, I'm evil. And Onua is like, no, I'll have to knock the evil out of you. And a really cool fight happens. I'll let it play. So anyway, Muwaka is trying to eat our boy Matoro, but Kopaka is like, nah dude, he's not gonna die this way. And a super cool other fight happens, and it's just pure gold. Like, honestly, this and Liwa vs. Onua is my favorite. Just perfectly capturing how Bionicle is such Bionicle. Oh, there's also this. Did you see that? That was so cool. Look at him. Look at him. So, we're at the beginning of the end. The Toa Mata have collected 66 masks in total and are at Kini Nui. Once they collect all of them, of course they get something gold. You collect the Chaos Emeralds, boom, gold. You get the Dragon Balls, boom, gold. So, they go into the basement of Mata Nui Mangaya. They split up into groups of two, Brains and Brawn. Tahu, Onua, and Pohatu form into a Toa Kaita, because this was the 2000s. So of course they had to combine. This Toa Kaita is named Akamai, the Toa Kaita of Valor. Gali, Liwa, and Kopaka form into Toa Kaita Wairua, the Toa Kaita of Wisdom. A bunch of extremely... Jeez, that's a lot of Toa Kaita... Hold on, let's count. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, so there's 5 Toa Kaitas that I put in this one segment. Anyway, back to the script. We got off track. A bunch of extremely evil crabs, controlled by a bunch of modules, begin to attack the Awesome 2. But they're the Brains and the Brawn, or Wisdom and Valor, whatever you'd like to call them. So they have no problem. The Manas crabs are defeated, and they deform their Kaitas. Makuta is like, damn, that was quick. Well, I knew this might happen, so backup time! Makuta deploys some Shadow Toa, which are really just an embodiment of all the Toa Mata's flaws. So really, the Shadow Toa are the Toa Teamworkica, because the Toa have teamwork issues. Eventually, the Toa accept the Yin and the Yang. They're finally ready to fight the Makuta and bring peace to Mata Nui. They go into Makuta's lair, and Tahu's like, knock knock, we came. Makuta goes, oh, took you long enough. Turns out Makuta is pretending to be a little boy in his brother's basement. But Kopaka is like, there's no way you're actually a little guy. And Makuta is like, you got that right. I'm the pure embodiment of taking apart Legos. And then Tahu goes like, but you're clearly the pure embodiment of a little guy. And Makuta's like, shut up! And attacks. Toa get their asses handed to them, and eventually decide, alright, taste fire, taste water, taste some air and ice, and also this earth and stone latte, and defeat Makuta and save the day. This is Bionicle.